Welcome back to my Food for All series. My name's Pippa Kendrick, author of The Intolerant Gourmet, and in this episode I'm going to show you how to make chorizo, new potato and watercress salad, which just happens to be gluten-free, dairy-free and egg-free. So we have about 500 grams of new potatoes. Now normally with new potatoes you steam or boil, but for this salad I'm going to roast them. It adds a really nice flavour and also texture to the salad. So all I've done is chop them into bite-sized pieces. That's usually in half, or some just keep whole, and put them into a roasting tray. We're going to drizzle about 2 tablespoons of good quality olive oil over them. Just like that. And then we'll give them a mix. And then they'll go straight into the oven at 200 degrees for 20 minutes. So here we have the chorizo. Now you have to be slightly careful when you're buying chorizo to make sure it's gluten and dairy free. There's a lot of good makes out there. The golden rule really is that the better quality the chorizo, the less ingredients it has in it. So you just want it to have pork and spices and salt. If it contains milk or any other form of dairy, then you don't want to use it. So we take our chorizo and we're just going to slice it in half lengthways and cut them into about 1 centimetre thick half moons. For a full list of the ingredients and instructions, just check the description box. So we finish cutting the chorizo, and then once the new potatoes have started to roast, which is 20 minutes, we'll then add the chorizo in. So we put them back in the oven, again 200 for another 10 minutes. The roasted new potatoes and the chorizo are out of the oven, and then you just want to set them aside for about 10 minutes. You want them to be warm but not too hot, because if you put them onto the watercress hot, it will just wilt. So we have our bed of watercress there. Pick out any really thick stems that you don't want, and then just simply scatter the chorizo and the new potatoes over the top of the watercress. And for more recipes like this, just click the subscribe button. So there we have all the potatoes and the chorizo. I've got 2 spring onions, which I've just finely sliced on the diagonal. They add a bit of bite, which is always good. Scatter those over. Rather than a dressing, you just use the juice of half a lemon, because you've got so much flavour from the chorizo and the roasted new potatoes and the peppery watercress that all you really want is something to cut through, and that's where the lemon juice comes in. So just squeeze that over, and that will give you a really nice clean background note. So here we have it, my chorizo, new potato and watercress salad, perfect for a light lunch. Join me again for another episode of my Food for All series.